We got a big one on Sunday Night Football this week. Eagles, Cowboys, NFC East showdown. Right now it's looking like if you don't win the NFC East, you might not get in the playoffs. So this is a crucial matchup, all right? And there's some things to talk about in this game. Ezekiel Elliott has not looked like the best running back in football. He's being paid like it. And I stomped on the table, banged on the table, whatever the heck you say, and I said he deserves to be paid like the highest paid running back in football. Well, you are now, and you got to start playing like it. I'm going to show you a run play from last week against the New York Jets. That was an example. It was perfectly blocked, perfect play call by offensive coordinator Kellen Moore, and it only ended up being a 12-yard gain. No. We can't do that. Negative Ghost Rider. The best running back in football, and getting paid like that, you got to get more than 12 yards on this play. And let me show you how it shakes down. Okay, so here we are. We see it. In this play, we got two tight ends to the right. Originally, they shifted over here to this formation. All right? Now, what happens here in this play, the wide receiver, in this case, it was Tavon Austin. He runs a little motion and comes back here. Okay? Now, within that, this corner follows him across, okay, because they're in a man-to-man coverage, all right? So let's erase him because he's not even going to be there anymore, all right? He's gone when this is all said and done. Now, this is the beauty of the play. It's great run game design, and it's pretty awesome. Just the results should have been better. So what we have here, now, because of this and because of Dak Prescott and because of Tavon Austin going in motion, basically this defensive end stays here because he's worried about maybe the reverse, maybe Dak Prescott keeping it on the little, read option on the backside. Jamal Adams, the backside safety, he stays down there and stays there too because he's worried about Dak Prescott keeping the ball. Now, what happens here from here is this guard, he comes out, he cuts off this backside linebacker. This tackle, he down blocks and cuts off this backside defensive tackle. We got down block by tight end Jarwin, down block by Jason Witten. Down block by the tackle, okay? Everything is perfect there. And what we got here is Zach Martin pulling around. He takes care of this DB that's over here. He's out of the picture. Now, this is where it's cool. The center also pulls, and this is where Travis Frederick is a phenomenal center and really athletic that they even ask him to do this and expect him to get it done. Well, he gets it done. He gets out here, and everything's blocked perfectly. And he leads up through the hole, and it's him and the safety one-on-one, Marcus May. They give the ball to Ezekiel Elliott. He comes up. He is following Travis Frederick, who has the shield on Marcus May. Like, he's there. Stay outside, and you're going to run for more than 12 yards. But Zeke doesn't trust his speed right now. And that's what I see repetitively on film. And because he doesn't trust his speed and he knows he's a step slow, and he did admit it this week, okay, now he cuts back into Marcus May, who makes the tackle, and it becomes a 12-yard gain. I know there's a lot of lines there. I hope I explained that the right way. But either way, this was a perfect call versus the perfect defense. It was blocked perfectly, and they got 12 yards. And if you want to know the difference of teams winning and losing, well, when your team, all the money is in the offensive line and the running back, when they're not performing and taking advantage of all that's there to be had, what happens? You lose games you're not supposed to lose. And the Jets lost to the Jets. The Cowboys lost to the Jets, okay? I'm losing my mind. The Cowboys lost to the Jets, and they're not supposed to lose that game. And it's little plays like that that go a long way into making that happen. All right, we got Eagles, Cowboys. It's a matchup. We know this is big time, right? Eagles offense, Cowboys defense. Let's look at a few ways the Eagles might be able to exploit this Dallas Cowboys defense. All right, and this is brought to you by Inside the Numbers, powered by AWS. And the Cowboys linebackers in coverage, it's not great, okay? And courtesy of our buddies over at PFF, the passer rating allowed by the two inside linebackers by the Dallas Cowboys, who are phenomenal football players, Leighton Vander Esch, Jalen Smith. Vander Esch letting up 105.6 passer rating. Jalen Smith, 107.7 passer rating. You know why, though? Let me just tell you, they're talented. They're put in a tough spot. Way too much, unrealistic, and this scares me a little bit about this matchup. And let me show you what the Eagles did to a similar defensive scheme with Mike Zimmer and the Minnesota Vikings last week that really stressed the Minnesota linebackers. Here, it's great play design. This is the Andy Reid special, and everybody's copying it now, okay? First off, this guy right here, Alshon Jeffrey, he's kind of just running a go route just to kind of keep this corner occupied, okay? Now, with the blocking, it's 5-on-5 up front. It's 1, it's 2, it's 3, it's 4, it's 5, okay? They're gone. See ya. Now, we got Nelson Aguilar. He's going to come in motion, and ultimately what he does is just run a little flare route to this side. He's like the outlet for Carson Wentz. If nobody's open downfield, the coach says, hey, just throw it here. This should be safe, and we'll make something happen. All right, now, here's the beauty of the play. This is what we would call all-go special in the West Coast offense, and I'm pretty sure they run the West Coast offense, and I'm sure that's what they call it as well. So, now, first off, we got Ertz, okay? Ertz is going to run like the inside part of this. Now, let me just make sure we take this too. This DB will now be over here, okay, covering this guy as he comes across the motion. So let's just put him over there so it doesn't confuse things, right? We got man-to-man coverage. Ertz is going to run this little type of go route right here to kind of keep the safety back there and contained, all right? Dallas Goedert, who's being covered by this corner over here, is going to run like a wide go route out here. Now, what the beauty of this play does, because they got Miles Sanders, who is proving to be quite the double threat runner and passer, he's going to run a seam route from the backfield and basically split the difference between the two tight ends who are running what they call go routes. This is just an inside go route where you bend it across. But what it really does, and the beauty of this, and where it's going to stress Dallas out, because they do some of these things as well, Eric Kendricks, Michael is his brother up in Seattle. Eric Kendricks is now going to cover Miles Sanders, and it's not easy. One, he's worried about the run, and now two, he's going, oh my gosh, this guy's really fast, and he's just flying, and he's got to fight through some traffic. And by the time he realizes that Sanders is running this seam route, it's too late, and he's up, and he's trailing, and what does Carson Wentz do? He throws a dime. Miles Sanders scores, touchdown, Eagles, and they put 7 on the board against the Vikings defense. Now I want to show you another example that scares me for the Dallas defense against this Doug Peterson offense, all right? And again, it goes back to what we talked about, the issues at linebacker for the Cowboys, not the issues of the linebackers. The linebackers are really talented. They just ask a lot of them, and sometimes I don't think it's fair. And this is the same kind of thing with the Minnesota Vikings. They do the same thing. That was last week's opponent against the Philadelphia Eagles. So now here, we got another play, and it's going to be all about the back once again. And this back is matched up with Anthony Barr here. Anthony Barr, this could be Van Der Esch, this could be Jalen Smith. Let me show you how they put them in a bind, okay? First off, we got the O-line, they're blocking. We're good with these down 4, right? All right? Now, within this, also, Zach Ertz is max protecting, so it's really a 6-man protection on this particular play. It's man-to-man, so this guy, once he sees him blocks, he's kind of just hanging around here. Nelson Aguilar runs a little in-cut, okay? Jeffrey runs a little under route from there. Fine and dandy. All good. Doesn't really matter because when they see the coverage that they wanted, this play is all about number 26. And this is where it's brilliant and this is where it's hard on the defense. Now you got Goddard on the backside who's running a pick play, right? A pick play. But he's trying to make it look like a route nonetheless. Well, he kind of pushes upfield to make it really tough on Anthony Barr. Now ultimately, he's going to run like something where he just kind of sits in here and turns around, but he's really just trying to get in the way of that linebacker, whether that's Van Der Esch or Jalen Smith. They're going to have to be aware of this because on this particular play, it's Miles Sanders out of the backfield again. He knows he's matched up man-to-man with this linebacker, and he runs a wheel route down the sideline. And because he kind of works and shimmies off the line of scrimmage, Anthony Barr gets stuck in traffic and then has to chase and can't quite get in position to cover Miles Sanders. Great game planning by Doug Peterson, the Philadelphia Eagles, offensive coordinator Mike Groh. Great job. And, of course, they have a pass-catching back in this guy, Miles Sanders. He's pretty damn good. He really is. And Wentz, when you're open, he's going to hit you. He's phenomenal. And this worries me about the Cowboys defense, which is reeling a little bit right now. The Cowboys defense is not real complicated. They play man-to-man or they play 3-deep zone. That's kind of all they do. And they just say, we're better than you, and we got athletes all over the field and we're just going to hit and tackle and not mess up our assignments. That's fine. But the other team is going to find ways to expose you when they know what you're doing play after play, and that concerns me this week in this matchup.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.